Oh my god. It finally happened! What is up, everybody? My name is Chris, and welcome back to Wizard Way. It is 3 a.m. as I film this, and it has been a really, really crazy 48 hours. I can't even tell you guys. Long story short, we have so much Wizards Unite news, my brain is about to explode. This is going to be a relatively short video. I wanted to do a quick overview of the news, but there will be more videos where I go more in detail because there is a lot of news, which means there's going to be a lot of content on this channel. Long story short, over the last 48 hours, several gaming websites in particular got access to a beta preview of Wizards Unite, and they all decided to post on March 11th, which of course is my partner's birthday. This is my luck. Back when the first teaser trailer came out, everybody was speculating, because of the way the numbers all looked, that there would probably be some more news coming out on March 11th. And even back then I said, oh, I hope not, because that's my partner's birthday, and I will not be making videos that day, because I promised. And I did keep my promise, but it meant that I didn't make any videos until 3 a.m., to be precise. Yay! I have no caffeine, but I am high on life, and there are a couple reasons in particular. First of all, I recognize a lot of you who are viewing this are probably new to the channel, and that is in large part thanks to Zoe2Dots. I have been following Zoe2Dots over on her Pokemon Go channel for quite a while now, and she did the most amazing video, not only talking about all of us WUtubers collectively, but she named me in particular. I don't even know how to react to that. I seriously, fangirled for you don't even know how long. It was ridiculous. But she mentioned me in her video, and I'm really truly humbled, not only because she mentioned me, but the hashtag WUtubers really could use some extra exposure. We've been around for pretty much a year at this point, but most people don't know about us because there was really not much to report on when it comes to Wizards Unite until the other day. As soon as news dropped from Wizards Unite and we had actual gameplay to look at, which we do, by the way, a bunch of YouTubers, including Reversal from Pokemon Go, also jumped on the bandwagon and have become official WUtubers, and I couldn't be more excited. So a huge, huge thank you to Zoe2Dots. Thank you for sending all of these wonderful good eggs over to us. We're so humbled by the extra shout out, and it really means a lot to our small channels. I have spent most of this evening scouring the internet looking for a bunch of Wizards Unite news, and boy was I not disappointed. I know I am late to the party. This is pretty typical for me. Definitely get used to it if you follow my channel. I am not usually able to make content right when information drops. Not only do I have a full-time job, but I do take care of my partner. She is chronically ill, so she requires a bit of my attention throughout the day. But I definitely love creating content anyway, and I love keeping you guys informed as to the latest news for Wizards Unite, and hopefully giving you some gameplay hints and tricks as we go along. I will also be live streaming as soon as the game drops, so definitely pay attention to the channel for that, because I'm gonna have a lot of fun, and I will probably be live streaming at really odd hours, so chances are you're gonna see me at some point. So enough about me, let's get to the really exciting news, shall we? The first and most important little piece of news is that you can now pre-register for Wizards Unite on Android. Now, this is only on Android, and there has been a little bit of a theory as to why it is only available on Android to pre-register. This little tidbit of information is all thanks to Sue and James over at ExpectoGo. Those two are seriously sleuths when it comes to this stuff. They find the most interesting information. I highly suggest you check out their channel too. They believe, and I'm totally on board with this theory, that the reason it's not available yet on iOS is that there is a time limit for how long a game can stay in pre-registration mode before it has to debut. Apple has rules about this, and you can only have a game on there for 90 days in pre-registration before it releases. So, if it appears on the Apple Store, we have a 90-day limit. 3 months before Wizards Unite will come out. Now, it could happen any time within that 90 days, but chances are they would give a lot of lead-up time to when it would be available. So it would happen within 90 days. The second thought is that they won't put it on the Android store because we know that it would take 90 days. This would give us a much clearer idea of exactly when the game is coming out, and perhaps Niantic and Portkey Games don't really want us to know that information yet. And while that's okay, it's really, really annoying for people who have iPhones. So the end game of this information is basically, if you have an Android phone, definitely check out the link below in the description. I will have a link there so you can pre-register for the game. And when you do get the opportunity to potentially be part of the beta that will eventually be released for Wizards Unite. No clue when that's going to happen, but when it does, you're more likely to actually be chosen to be part of the beta, and that's super exciting. The second obvious piece of news is that we do have actual gameplay we can cover now, and this gets me so excited. So very excited. Woo! Yes! Yes! Because these gaming websites did get access to a playable version of the game way ahead of time, we have bits and pieces that we can place together, and this has a lot of information that we can go through and a lot of details we can cover. This video ain't gonna be long enough for that. But fear not, I will have an entire series covering as much of it as I possibly can. So while this is a huge tease, and I apologize, I just don't have enough time at 3 AM to film everything. But rest assured, I will have an entire series, and the first video that I'm going to make is all about everything you can do prior to launch to get prepared for the game. All the little tidbits of information for things we can do prior to playing the game, the pre-registration process for one, but also preparing with tech and knowing exactly what we're going to be looking at prior to actually playing the game. These are all going to be really helpful pieces of information. Secondly, I'm going to do a video that is going to be all about the first steps you'll take when you actually do get the game. Things that you can expect, things that you will be looking at when you first open the game up. I do have a bunch of post-its up there about the plot behind the game and some of the storytelling that's going on, so I'll probably also share that within that same video. This will put you in a good place to know exactly where your character is in the grand scheme of things when you first start the game. In addition to that, I do have an entire video plan that's just going to be explaining all of the items in the game, because there are a lot of items in this game. Much like Pokemon Go, there are a lot of various items that you'll collect throughout your experience in the game, and all of them have different uses, so I'll be covering everything you'll probably see when you open up the game, how you can get items, how you can use items. All of this will be really helpful so you won't be super confused. Because chances are, much like with Pokemon Go, they're not going to do too much hand-holding when they release this game. I also have a bunch of information about locations within the game. We're talking about points of interest, both places in the game and places in the real Muggle world where you can go to experience different gameplay. This includes inns, greenhouses, fortresses. There's a lot to cover. And lastly, I'll also have a video all about skills in the game. We do know that you get to choose one of 3 professions, but at the moment, from the articles that I read, while you can choose one to specialize in, you can change your profession at any point. It just helps you be prepared for a specific kind of gameplay. Various professions will have advantages in certain kinds of battle situations and stuff like that, so I'll be covering all of that in a skills video. But basically, the too long didn't read version is that there are 3 professions, and number 1 is Professor, number 2 is Magizoologist, and number 3 is Auror. Aurors are the magical sort of bad guy hunters within the wizarding world, so they're definitely going to know a lot of spells and magic in order to battle bad guys. So that's going to be really fun because Charms is going to be off the hook. Professors are going to have a lot of book knowledge and probably a lot more advantages when it comes to using potions and such. Having a more academic role probably means it's going to be more on the spectrum of being like a mage, where you can battle, but you can also augment other people's battles in order to help them out, either by healing them up while they are battling, or decreasing the effectiveness of the bad guys so that they will win more easily. And lastly, Magizoologists will always know the most about fantastic beasts. So any magical creatures within the game, of which we have knowledge of a few, will definitely be within the realm of the Magizoologist profession. So you get to choose one of the 3, you can switch them at any point, and they all have tiers of different skills. Entire skill trees. You start here, and as you work your way down, things get more and more complicated and you learn more and more different skills. By the way, I hope you like my Whomping Willow sculpture. But those are the bare minimum basics. Forgive me. I do need to get some sleep before tomorrow, so I will call it quits for today, but there will be several videos coming on my channel. Definitely stay tuned, and definitely check out the other WUtubers. A lot of them have already done really in-depth descriptions of everything that was dropped a few days ago, and they're amazing. So definitely check out the other WUtubers in the meantime, but stay tuned to my channel, and maybe I'll find something new in the next couple days, and I'll be the first to report on it. You never know! That said, remember to join the SOS Task Force by pre-registering for the game. Again, link in description. And also follow me on social media. My handle on most social media, Instagram, Twitter, it's all WizardWayCrit. So you can find me there, and there will be more on the channel soon, but in the meantime, you guys take care, and I will see you soon. Nox.